Okay, let's get started. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to our Power Hour. This is a new bi-weekly learning series designed for an exclusive group of SysAid customers. That's why we invited you guys. Each one of our 1 hour Zoom session is hosted live by myself, Cindy Sivan. I'm SysAid's Director of Customer Success. And I'm here to bring you expert tips, best practices, and some live Q&A to help level up your SysAid experience. So, a little bit about myself for those who don't know me. I've been at SysAid for almost 8 years. In May will be 8 years. I started off with the first 4 years. I was working in professional services. And then I moved to the customer success team for the last 4 years. So it's been an amazing experience. I've really enjoyed the journey, and I've had a good opportunity to learn a lot about SysAid and the product and see the company grow so much. So I would love to introduce my incredible team. And this is Sarah. Sarah is one of our AEs with Asaf and Tanya. They are 3 incredible members who are also moderators in the chat for you. And so I welcome, guys, and of course, thanks for supporting me in these power hours. And I have a guest speaker today, Alex Rafe. He is our SysAid CISO, and thank you so much, Alex, for joining. And the reason why I asked Alex to join us today is to spend some time with us is because many times over the years, while working at SysAid, there always seems to be a reluctance and maybe some kind of a nervousness of people wanting to move to the cloud, and they're not sure because of security. This came up a lot, especially when I worked in the professional services team. So Alex is going to help answer some common customer questions that I've had over the years. And of course, you can ask questions yourself. So Alex and my team, thank you for being here. And so let's start. So today I'm going to be sharing an overview of the key benefits of moving to the SysAid cloud. My goal is to provide you with the insights you need to make the best decision for your organization. So whether that's staying on premise or whether that's moving to the cloud, I'm here to support you. But today the focus is going to be on the cloud. So just a little bit of housekeeping. Please feel free to ask questions in the Q&A section at any time. You'll see there's a Zoom chat and there's a Q&A chat. So please feel free to ask questions in the Q&A section. My team will help assist in answering them, of course. And I'll also try to get to them during the session. And of course, if you'd like to set up a meeting with my team, please feel free to book a meeting by selecting the link in the chat. I'm going to ask Sarah or Ella if you could add this now into the chat. If anyone would like to book a meeting with one of my experts, my AEs, and and of course, please, I'm gonna ask you some polls during this session as well. So I'd appreciate your feedback. I really want your engagement. The more questions, the better. And let's get started. Okay, so let's start. All right. How many of you have ever lost precious time waiting on IT to restart a service, or you've been stuck dealing with unexpected system downtime? You can type this in the chat. I would love to know. Give it a yes, give it a no, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. Feel free to type in the chat if this has ever happened to you. Don't be shy. Hang on. Is the chat just quiet, or is it my question? Is everyone shy? Okay, Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't see anything else on my chat that's coming up. So, well, I was hoping that some of you would respond. Ah, Dennis, you shy? No, don't be shy. Welcome to the chat. I was getting a bit nervous that no one was listening to me. But I'm thinking that a lot of you, including myself, at some stage in my career, have lost some time with waiting for IT to restart a service or being stuck dealing with unexpected system downtime. So now imagine a world. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, so now you can imagine a world where your service desk, number one, is faster, smarter, always up to date, with no service to maintain, no late night patching, and no manual upgrades. This is the power of SysAid Cloud. Okay, so it's not just about moving your ITSM, it's about future-proofing your operations. It's about moving towards a more agile and efficient ITSM future. Okay, so I'm going to ask another little question. Hopefully you guys are not going to be as shy. So just to get a feel for the room, drop a thumbs up if you've ever thought about moving to the cloud. And if you can't find the emoji, let me type it in here. Let me find the thumbs up. Type it in if you've ever thought of moving to the cloud. I'm hoping that that's why you're here, or maybe you just want to hear just a little bit about it. Amazing. Salvador, Crystal, thank you for engaging. I'm happy to hear. And of course, if you're just here to learn, I'm very happy that you've joined us as well. I'll give you guys to find the emoji. Okay, so let's move on. All right. So I'd like to spend a little bit of time. Thank you, Adam. I'd like to spend a little bit of time discussing the benefits of moving to the cloud. Now, I'm not going to go into the security because this is going to be a separate discussion between Alex and myself, and of course some questions from you guys. But the biggest benefit is you get instant access to the latest features. And you can see over here, I'm highlighting all the latest features, especially our new user interface, which is called SysAid Spaces. And we also have some paid add-ons as well, which is called our SysAid Copilot and our SysAid AI agents with our AI agent builder. So if we just talk a little bit about SysAid Copilot, I'm not sure if any of you have been to some of our webinars and have seen Copilot. This specific Power Hour is not to talk too much about Copilot. Unless you've got questions, of course, you can type them in. But just a little bit about SysAid Copilot is it uses generative AI. It streamlines IT management by automating routine questions, deflects tickets, providing real-time guidance, and enhancing your agent productivity. So we've had current data we've got a lot of customers who are using our SysAid Copilot, and this is something that's only available in the cloud, obviously, where current data shows right now that 35% of our customers have shown an improvement in organizational productivity, which is amazing, which is really, really good. Okay, and of course, as time goes on, we continue to update the statistics, but this is what our data shows today. If we talk a little bit about our AI agents, SysAid AI agents accelerates first contact resolution. It's integrated into our service desk queue. And if we've got time at the end, I might show you just a little bit. It empowers your service agents to deliver their best work and helps reduce manual workload. So with the combination of SysAid Copilot and AI agents, it will help transform your IT teams to work faster and smarter, not necessarily harder. Okay, so you'll have access to these two add-ons if you want them, and there's a surprise at the end of this with regards to these two add-ons at the end of this Power Hour, so stay tuned for that. And of course, as you can read here, you'll have access to unlimited license for SysAid Teams. You'll have access to our mobile URL solution. You can read over here what other access you've got. Zapier integration. I don't know if any of you have heard of this add-on, but it allows you to connect with a lot of other products as well. Access to Power BI, one login, SSO connector, and so much more. So these are great benefits, and we'll go into a few more details. And of course, if you've got questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so let's also talk about you guys, your on-prem customers, and I'm sure you can all relate to what I'm about to say, where I know that you have to wait for updates, especially SysAid on-prem customers. We don't offer updates every single month, unfortunately. And I know that you manage your own infrastructure. Cloud users are a step ahead. There's a more agile, more efficient, and more focus on delivering better service. And one of the things that I have to say that I really appreciate about moving to the cloud is that you no longer need to host anything locally, as you can read over here. All right, there's no more hardware maintenance. You don't have to worry about backups or dealing with any manual updates. It really frees up time and resources, ultimately reducing costs. Okay, so let's pause for a moment. There's a lot of information overload that I'm probably providing to you now. Are there any questions that anyone has in the meantime that you may want to ask? Type it in the chat, in the Q&A chat. I don't see any open questions. Or just type anything if you want to engage with me. I'm seeing your messages as they come up. Okay. Now, let's talk about security. Okay. I'd like to introduce Alex Rafe. He is our CISO. Alex, are you on with me?
Hi, thank you.
Here we go.
Hi,
Amazing,
Cindy.
Alex. Thanks for joining. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good, good. Alex, well, just before we start, and as you know, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Would you like to introduce yourself first?
Okay, so as Cindy said, my name is Alex, and I'm the Chief Information Security Officer here in SysAid. I've been in SysAid for about a year and a little bit more than a year, and well, I'm ready for your questions.
Amazing. Thanks, Alex. So before we do, I'm going to put on a poll, and I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a chance to respond. So I hope you see my poll, and please feel free to engage. Let's launch it. Let me know, do you see it? Do you see the question? I hope so. I'm not seeing anything answered. Oh, okay, I see you guys are answering. Are you using cloud applications at the moment? For example, Office 365 or Salesforce, for example. I'll give it just a few more seconds. Thanks, Sarah and Adam. Great that you can see it. Okay. All right, I'm going to end the poll in a few seconds. And I actually want to share the results. Let's have a look. Oops, hang on. There we go. All right. So yes, okay, this is interesting. And this is something, Alex, I believe you wanted me to actually share. So
Yep.
a lot of you are using cloud applications, but not necessarily moving onto the cloud.
Yes.
Which is
And
which
the
is
reason I
interesting.
wanted this question to be asked is because I see it all the time. I have colleagues and my peers in other organizations when they say we are afraid of the cloud when talking about some kind of particular product, but when you going deep, they're actually using the cloud. and they're
Interesting.
actually using the cloud with more, you can say, dangerous applications like Active Directory while moving to Office 365 or email, or maybe even some kind of OT and operational technology in the cloud. And this is why this question, the following question is, so why not SysAid in the cloud? And actually, maybe we didn't have a poll question here, but I was actually wondering what is holding customers of going to the cloud with SysAid.
So I do have a poll. We can launch it now maybe, but let's do you
Okay.
like maybe, Alex, if I ask you a few of the questions, maybe because maybe it would put people's minds at ease a little bit as to the cloud once we've talked a bit more about our security questions.
Okay.
Okay, so um all right, so Alex, I guess one of the first questions that I wanted to ask you um, is, sorry, one second. I'm just trying to get my list of questions here. Okay. Okay, thanks. So Alex, what type of security certifications do we have, and how do we test this?
Yeah. So SysAid is certified with SOC 2, Type 2, EISO certifications. We have ISO 27001 and 2717 and 18. And we also adherent to GDPR, we are compliant. And it also, all our certifications covers cloud security standards. And I don't think it does mention here we are CSA certified, and we also CCPA with it's not, maybe it's not mentioned here, but we are compliant with CCPA. It's the California Privacy Act.
Okay,
Yes.
amazing.
So yes, and how do we test? We conduct annual third-party penetration tests and independent audits and vulnerability assessments. Also, we have an internal application security teams which we conduct red team drills. Right, it's like a war games inside of the company where we attack ourselves, our product, and find all holes and misconfigurations in order to be fixed. And so we test everything and the entire infrastructure, both SysAid and our AI Copilot and AI Builder features. So we test a lot of traditional, maybe you're familiar with the term OWASP Top 10 is the top 10 vulnerabilities available that is being updated every year by OWASP organization. So it's the more traditional testing. And we also test specific AI risks and which are new to the world. And it's also new to us, but we continue learning and testing them. And so it's important to emphasize we don't do a checkbox compliance just to show you the certificates in the website. We actually do the audits and the testing. We are able to stand behind our certification.
Amazing, Alex. Thank you. And I know that's something I believe with you and I chatting a little bit early on in the week. I know that you wanted to talk about just a little bit about that you were aware of some of the challenges and concerns that companies might have when moving to the cloud, right?
Yes, yes. Well, companies, even me, I had those concerns. I also have these concerns today when I test other. We are a SaaS company, but we also use SaaS products uh, internally or to serve our customers. And but these concerns are translated to actions and to tests. So first of all, it is it is normal to have concerns. You want to know where your data is. You want to know that your data is encrypted. You want to know that your data is safe, segregated, that nobody else can touch or see your data if he's not supposed to see your data, or and that of course that you operate in a well-known infrastructure. SysAid, for example, is operating in AWS cloud with multiple regions around the world. So we are also, as we said earlier, we are compliant with also with GDPR and other privacy rules of as California and other US rules. So whether you're in Europe, your data will be in your region, and whether you're in the US, your data will remain in your region as well. And um, that's it. And of
So
course, yeah, we keep all data encrypted and with zero trust framework and authentication. This is authorization mechanisms with the multi-factor authentication, and so we actually and all things we do are based on our concerns about the cloud. So once if so I'm concerned as well. So if I will not be concerned, it's not good. Once I'm concerned, we are more secure.
thanks, Alex. I know one of the things that you and I said the other day was that customers are not customers, people are attempting to what is the word?
Attack.
Attack. There we go. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Yes.
Attack
And
that.
it's well, if you would ask me if SysAid was breached, I would say no. But if you ask me if SysAid was attacked, yes, every day, all day. Um, we have multiple
Attempt.
variations of attacks. It could be financial actors or state actors or just people who wants to try something. We're getting attacked every day, and it's normal. And every company is being attacked. Um, Even our guests here, I believe, if they have some kind of cloud instance or even their own data center, if it's connected to the internet, there are attacks. Now, we are not being breached because, of course, those attacks are mitigated and stopped. Can I say we will never be breached? Well, no. I'm doing me and my team and the entire SysAid employees and R&D, we are doing everything we can to make sure those attacks fail, or in the worst case scenario that if we are being breached, so we can be how to say back as quick as possible with minimal damage, because bigger companies than us were already breached. We still didn't, maybe because we're too small, or maybe because we are doing a good job. I take the second and the
Mhm.
second option. But yes, we take every measure possible, whether it's encryption, whether it's web application firewalls, and load balancers and robust authentication mechanisms. And of course, everything is wrapped with AWS, with Amazon Web Services framework and security mechanisms they provide. We also use detection and response systems. We monitor everything. We monitor every service, every instance, and every network anomalies, and proactively mitigate them. And so it's our responsibility. We take it very seriously. We know that we are dealing the the other products that are not ITSM products. They're predictable because you know what data is inside. I know if you're using an application for designing photos, just an example. So you know there are photos, but ITSM product is not predictable with data, and because every client puts the data he needs. So you can be a customer who only has non-critical data about maybe he's fixing bicycles and has tickets about bicycles. But we also you can also be a hospital, and there can be very sensitive information about patients or about medical procedures. So we don't limit our customers about what data to put into the system, and we treat that's why we treat every customer the same. There's no customer. I don't know what data you're putting in because me as a CISO, I don't have access to your information. So I assume that everybody has confidential and critical information. So we treat everybody the same. We encrypt everybody the same, and we protect everybody the same.
Thanks, Alex. Okay, so I guess I have a question and another poll. This is the poll that Alex, you were asking me to launch. 1 second, let me just launch it. Okay, and for some reason, I'm actually not able to launch it. 1 minute.
Is it the one with the concerns?
Yeah, it was pretty much what is the
Yeah, I was actually interested. Let's till Cindy is able to uh, upload the poll. Maybe they can you can also write in the chat. And I was wondering, I was talking about concerns. So what is your biggest concern?
So I'm not actually able to launch this poll for some reason. I don't know why, but let's. Sorry, I don't know what was in the background.
So we can ask without a
Yeah,
poll.
well, listen, everyone can. So let me go through. This is what the question actually is. I don't know if you can see my screen.
We see the cloud, the benefit or the slide of
Okay, so you don't see it. Okay, fine. So, what is your biggest concern about moving to the cloud? That's pretty much my question. What is the biggest
It could be
concern?
a security concern or it could be an operational concern. I'm more interested about security, but of course, every concern is good.
So, Alex, Adam has written in the chat. He's
Yeah, oh
written,
yes, I can see.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
work for a government agency and was concerned with the data being housed outside the US. So yes, as I mentioned earlier, we confirm and we are compliant both with GDPR, with European privacy rules, and both US. So if you're a US customer, your data will be in the US, and it will not be housed outside. It will not be moved, not even for maintenance. We have several locations, and and your data will remain in the US region.
Thank you. Thanks, Alex. Adam, good question, because I can see as Tanya's written, it's something that we often hear. What about anyone else? Does anyone else have anything that's stopping them from moving to the cloud? You know, it was always my perception is when you've got data in the cloud, it's up there in the cloud. You don't have control over it. And I don't know, somehow that's like this, I think it's a fallacy, because like you said, Alex, thank God we've never had a breach at SysAid. And like you said, lots of people try and and try and attempt to attack us on a daily basis. But we've never ever had a breach, and I'm very confident to say that. Ella, thanks for your question. How does it work if you don't want to bring in all of your older tickets? Okay, so I saw that you asked a question previously as well about migrations. So how it works is we have three types of migrations or moves to the cloud, I should say. The first one, and one of my AEs can go through it with you in more detail, but the first one is a data migration, where there would be no downtime. It's usually done on a Sunday, and our customer care team support you through the process. And if you want to migrate your tickets, your ticket data, they will assist you with the migration process until you obviously have moved onto the cloud. It's a very seamless rollout. What we usually do is we do a test where we migrate everything to a cloud sandbox. Then you have a week of UAT and testing. And then after that, we obviously get another updated version of your database. And then once you've done all of the relevant testing, then we'll move it into the production environment. Okay, so that's a migration. Then we also do a re-implementation, because we also have a lot of customers who don't actually want to bring in all of their old tickets. They'd rather just start off afresh, start off new. So they would then work with professional services to re-implement your SysAid environment in the cloud. This is something that we do as well. And then the third one that we do is a reconfiguration, where sometimes you do want to do a migration, and then you also do want to do some kind of a reconfiguration and make some changes within the environment with our professional services team. So this is something that we do as well. They all work really well. And if any of you are interested, of course, I'm going to ask another poll a little bit later. We, of course, will be happy to help you with that. Okay. Any other questions for Alex with regards to security? Anyone else? Okay, so Alex, it looks like if there was any hesitancy about security, it looks like you have answered everyone's concerns
So
that
I
are here.
understand that all of the 13 participants are booking a migration tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to that. I can see the emails already coming in, so that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Well, Alex, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you
Of course,
being
if
here.
someone wants a more in-depth meeting with specific concerns about him, we also can, with me and my team, we can also book through Cindy's team, and it's doable. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. That's amazing. I appreciate that. I know you're busy, and I know you're busy and I hope I haven't taken you away from too many attempted attacks for our cloud, but I'm going to let you go back.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Alex. Bye. Okay, all right, so let's have a look at so something I want to share with you all is success stories. For me are always good stories to hear. So we've passed that. Okay, so I have a really nice customer success story from Mission Health Services. I'm actually going to click onto it. It's on our website, and this is not the only success story. This is specifically of one of our customers in the healthcare industry that moved to the cloud. They did a migration. And these were some of the comments from Michael Hughes. He's the VP of IT at Mission Health Services. I was hoping that he was going to join us today, but he was not able to. But he said, hang on a second, he said that employees used to avoid IT, now they're actively engaging with us to solve problems. Our end user tickets often contain patient information, so protecting that data is critical. SysAid gives us the security and compliance tools we need to keep everything protected and meet regulatory requirements. I live and die by my SysAid dashboard. It tells me exactly where to focus my team's efforts. At this point, we can't imagine life without SysAid. And SysAid automation is already saving us time, but once we implement SysAid Copilot, it will drastically improve the IT department's ability to support the growth of the company. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this. You can actually see it's on our website. You can go onto sysaid.com. You can have a look at other success stories if you want to. Some of them are pertaining to migrations. Mission Health's one is. Feel free to click on this. Some of their results, 90% faster ticket resolution time, 75% fewer open tickets, and 20,000 plus tickets handled with higher satisfaction. So this is one of the things with moving to the cloud. They also use our SysAid Copilot, which I can touch on if we've got a little bit of time. And I just wanted to share this with you. Okay. So I do have another poll, and I'm hoping that it's actually going to work. So let's see. Okay. Let's try. Back. Okay. There we go. I think this one's going to work. Would you like one of my team members to contact you? If you can just answer a yes or a no. Would you like one of my team to contact you with regards to this? Even if it's just about learning, we'd be happy for my team to help you. But of course, let us know, and let's keep the poll. I'll just keep the poll going for a few more minutes. And if you don't want to be contacted, you can also say no, but hopefully that's not the case. Okay. Okay, so thank you. I can see some of you guys are typing and answering. I'll keep it open just for another minute or two, but I have a really special offer that I wanted to share with you guys today. So let me just refresh this. Go back into slideshow mode. Okay, so here's the offer. Okay, if anyone moves to the cloud, if any move to the cloud that's ordered within the next 30 days, you're going to receive a free upgrade to the cloud with our SysAid Copilot. The offer ends on May the 23rd. It's an incredible offer. All right, so all you'll be doing is you'll be paying for your new cloud package, but moving to the cloud with SysAid Copilot is an absolute incredible offer. And I'm hoping that some of you will want to take advantage of that. And you can see I've got a little plus over here. So my next one is, let me just relaunch this poll, is, would you like a free 30-day cloud trial to test? Okay, now, please answer. We'll set it up. We'll literally set it up within a day or so. We've got a little bit of time now, so I'm going to show you a little bit about what you can expect from the cloud trial. And unless any of you have got questions, but if any of you want to try the 30-day cloud, please, of course, please feel free to answer the poll over here. And okay, so Ella, your next question, can the cloud solution scale with our organization's growth? Absolutely. If you have more departments that are wanting to start using SysAid, this happens a lot. So with the cloud solution, it will allow you to scale with your organization's growth. Good question, and thank you for asking such good questions during the session. Okay, so this is a QR code. If you guys would like to book a meeting with one of the team, please feel free to also scan the QR code, or in the chat we had the link for the registration. But don't leave just yet, because we still have about 15 minutes or so. And unless you've got any other questions, I can show you a little bit about what you can expect in the cloud. And let's go from there. Let me end this other poll. Okay. So over here, what will happen is you'll receive an answer, or I shouldn't say an answer. You'll receive an answer for one of our AEs within the next day or so if you want a free trial. What's going to happen is you're going to have a free trial that actually is going to be for our SysAid Spaces. It's our new user interface, and this is where you can go into your service desk. You can go in and you can create. Hang on. You can create new tickets. This is I'm going to go into our AI chatbot now, but you can see, for example, here's a new ticket, and you'll be able to play around with it and learn a little bit more. We've got our AI chatbot, which is here as well. So as you create tickets, the AI chatbot, you can actually say, it's not going to answer the question now because there aren't any tickets. It's like, this is literally the trial account that you guys are going to receive. But once you've created a few tickets, hang on a second, let's just go. Service records. Second, there's going to be different views for you as well that you can play around with and see. It's a beautiful inline editing type of service desk that you can see over here. Where you can see specific statuses you can actually edit for example, assign specific users within the ticket itself. This is actually the ticket that was opened for the actual trial. It created a ticket. But this is what a normal ticket would actually look like. You can send a lot of messages like you're doing now anyway from your on-prem environments. You can send messages. What's really nice is with our AI, let's just say I do want to send a message and hi Joe, please could you help set up my password? It's failing and you can see I'm doing and I don't know what to do. I'm especially making spelling mistakes, but you can actually click on our AI generative a thing to improve it over here. Hang on, let's just highlight it to improve it. And you can see it corrected my spelling mistakes. You can improve it, you can make it casual, you can make it more formal. Okay, so this is all helping the efficiency of your administrators. You can actually then send it, okay? But there's so much. This is just a little bit about the SysAid agent that I'm showing you, but there's so much that the AI can do within the service desk, and that's why having a trial is honestly one of the best things that you can do. Try it for yourself, see if you like it. Have a look here. You can see where we've got the dots with our intelligent categorization. It's actually giving other categories for your administrator to choose. By using intelligent categorization, it's giving you the option of choosing other categories, so they don't have to go in and think, okay, what is this category? You can just make it completely efficient, click on it and change it, as you can see it over here. And let's just go back. Okay, I want to show you a little bit about, I'm going to send this message. Okay, I want to show you just a little bit about the self-service portal and Copilot, and then I'll probably come back to the agents because I love the agents. Okay, so if you go to SysAid Copilot, if you go into your self-service portal, and I don't know how many of you are using the self-service portal, but you're probably submitting incidents and requests from the portal. But over here, we've got a SysAid. This is the SysAid AI chatbot. And your end users or your customers would simply click on here and ask the question instead of submitting a ticket. So let's just say, for example, they ask a question like, how do I connect to the VPN? Okay. And what happens is the AI searches for an answer, and you're going to see that in a few seconds, there's going to be an answer explaining how to connect to the VPN. Now, of course, you can see install the VPN client, and it gives you exact steps in order to connect to the VPN. Let's just say, for example, this is not the right answer. You can go into the monitor and fine-tune section. How do I connect to the VPN? And we can go in and we can change it. So let's just say the steps are, and I'm changing this whole thing, guys. A, B, okay, and C. All right, you can submit the fine-tuned answer. All right, let's go back to the chat. Let's actually ask it again. How do I connect to the VPN? It's okay. I thought I saved it. So hang on a second. Maybe I didn't save it and I went back too quickly. Let's go back to monitor and fine tune. Let's have a look. Wait, that wasn't my answer. Let's go here. Oh, I didn't save. Let's try this again. Okay, and I'm going to just say A, B, and C. Okay, submit fine-tuned answer. Okay, I don't think I saw this the last time, but let's go back to the chat. Okay, and let's ask the same question. How do I connect to the VPN? No, it still didn't work for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm going to have to check up on this. But you should be able to go into the monitor and fine-tune section and fine-tune any of your answers. Let's just say, for example, this did not give you the answer. This is the incorrect answer, and now I'm not happy. I actually wanted to create a service record. Firstly, I'm going to give it a thumbs down because it didn't actually not the right answer. Okay. But I want to create a service record because now it didn't give me the answer that I wanted. Let's take it back, and it's now created a service record number 33. So if we go back to our service desk, we're going to see that the ticket number came in, ticket number 33, assistance with the VPN, and it's a request. It came in as a request. You can go in and change the urgency. There's a lot of in-field editing, which like I said before, you weren't able to do in the on-premise. And you can also create different views as well. There's a lot, like I said, that you can do. And of course, it usually works if you refresh the chat. Okay, thanks, Tanya. Let me try and refresh the chat because I'm not understanding why this is not working. Tanya, should I type it in again? Okay, so let's see if this works. How do I connect to the VPN? Okay, hopefully this works. Hopefully I refreshed correctly. No, I probably didn't refresh it correctly. You know what I'm going to do? I have to try this once more, everyone. Let's go to the self-service portal. From here, let's try this again. Okay, SysAid chatbot. I don't know if the word five times the charm, I'm not sure, but let's try this again. Do I connect to the VPN? I feel that it's not going to work. Okay, we'll have to try. We'll have to try and see and try and figure this one out. Please expect a reply from me in the chat, in the email following this, to understand what actually happened. Okay, just while we've got a few minutes left, I wanted to go back and just see if anyone's got any questions about SysAid Spaces, how the trial will actually work. Does anyone have any questions? Nope. Okay. Well, I'm going to go back to the last slide over here. If you want to book a meeting with one of my experts, if you want to, like I said, if you want a trial, if you're interested, like I already mentioned, we've got a great special that ends in 30 days as well, We're here for you. Thank you for joining me today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Adam, I just saw your message. Thanks, Borja. Defer, when would you like your trial to start? We can actually contact you if you want. So if you wanted to start, for example, in 2 weeks, like I've had customers who've purchased SysAid, moved to cloud, and they've had a trial for like 2 weeks and they've purchased it after a week. So it's up to you. But we will reach out to you. So thank you. You'll wait to be contacted. Perfect, Adam. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your day. Bye.